My name is Naomi Smart. I'm part of the Fort Greene Homes condominium. And relevant to your proposal right now, I would like to know, are there parking facilities that will be available to all of the people who will be utilizing this facility?
The people that utilize this facility, currently, most of the staff, the answer is we are not providing a separate parking lot or anything like that for staff or clients that are coming here. I believe that most of the people here will be coming by public transportation.
I'm asking that question because as a resident here, I am, for the last 20 years, I'm really feeling the impact of increased parking, particularly in the blocks of Adelphi Street, Claremont, and those surrounding areas, Greene, Fulton, and so forth. So, to my feeble understanding, if there are going to be more employees here, even if they're not your participants, there's got to be places for people to park. Because at this point, we are at a parking disadvantage. So, if that's not in the agenda now, I'd like to know if it would be considered, and if it would be considered, what areas might be considered, and if parking permits may at some time be granted to the people who are homeowners in the area who can no longer park because we have no parking space.
I've been asked to ask these questions. Where will the entrance be located? Or is there going to be a different entrance for staff and for clients? But
There
where
are
exactly?
two entrances on the corner of Claremont and on Vanderbilt, right at the corner of Claremont, there's going to be one client entrance. About 40, 50 feet down Claremont from the corner of Atlantic, there's going to be the employee entrance, and then another 40 or 50 feet down Claremont is going to be another client entrance. That's the plan at the moment.
Okay. Since you're relying on public transportation, will there be specific directions given to the staff and specific directions given to clients as to how to get to the?
I would have to defer to HRA and how they plan to inform people.
Okay, and then one more question was,
Sure.
what will the hours of operation be for HRA?
Again, an HRA question.
Okay.
The adoption of the PCM votes, the hours of operation will be 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. When this happens, every client will get a letter from HRA notifying them of their change of address, of their center. This is standard operating procedure. And depending on, we frequently give travel directions, or if we think there's going to be a lot of changes, we also tell everybody to call the MTA West 5 or 311, so we frequently give the travel directions. And staff, obviously are also notified ahead of time when you give travel directions.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, you mentioned something about fair share, and I was not able to hear the question.
The basic question, Mr. Harris, is whether, when they were considering this particular site, 470 Vanderbilt Avenue, they took fair share into account. Meaning that they would have to look at all of the city services that are provided in and around our community as compared with other communities to determine whether it is fair.
All right, well, let me just say that I don't live anywhere immediately near the area, but if I did and were concerned about this project and its impact on the neighborhood, who would you recommend I go to see?
Well, we would recommend you go see that Bloomberg. I'll have to get back to you.
It would probably be my elected official. I think it would be Ms. James, would it not be in this case?
There's a parking lot facing Fulton. Is that even going to be considered as a possible, or is it being
The parking
used?
lot behind the building?
Yes.
It is my understanding that the developer, the owner of the building, is planning on building a residential building on that site.
Here's the last thing.
This is all coming at an extremely bad time because in the summertime, there's no chance for us to meet again to discuss or get updates. But really, the clientele and your staff are going to be using that Clinton, Washington station. That cannot handle the 3,000 a day, especially when it'll be in certain couple of peak hours. You've got to really revisit that yourself and scratch yourselves in the head. It's just pretty much impossible.
I'm sure that a lot of people will be using Atlantic Avenue, Atlantic and walking perhaps the 8 blocks or so.
Maybe they can walk across the bridge.
Can your agency actually do a survey of your employees? Obviously, you can't survey your clients, but certainly the employees. My experience has been, and I've worked with governments in various city neighborhoods outside of, say, central, Manhattan business district, and it was usually a good 30% or more that did drive to work of employees. Can you survey your employees and get back to us of how many drive to work? Because saying we're going to tell them to take the subway doesn't mean they're doing it.
I work for HRA, and they hang out around the centers, after the centers close. They're here very early in the morning. You know, our clients are not the best people in the world. So it really is going to bring the community down. I don't know how this works, but do we get to vote on it, or how is this, or it just happens? It just happens?
I'd like to say that the notice of intent required that we submit to the City Planning Commission is mandated by the city charter. It is section 195 of the city charter, and it requires that the City Planning Commission get comment from the local community group.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So, it is, as a citizen myself of the city, we get to comment on these things, and you get to send your comments to the City Planning.
Just in terms of our communication with the community and our staff and community boards, we're going to be taking it very seriously so that people feel that they're in the loop. And again, DCAS is still in the process of negotiating the lease, so we're thrilled that we had the opportunity to come out here tonight to share where we are with you on the process.
As I said earlier, our local elected officials have been informed. We have not had a chance to have a dialogue with them discussing the impacts that you heard tonight and the comments that you heard from the community as well as the community board members. So that will continue. As I said earlier also, we were just really informed of this, so it did not go to any committees, it did not go through the process that is common and routine here at the community board. You know, when we get the call, city agency needs to present. We prefer to not get these calls in the months of July and August when we don't have an opportunity to bring everything to the attention of the entire community board. So that is why this was scheduled for today. But we certainly did not follow our normal process, and we do need to continue to revisit this.